So that's a lot of information. So on to the important stuff. How do I do it? That's what you want to know, right? Okay, so let's do with something easy. The big die I already explained. It's pretty straightforward. No spacer plate. Or no multi-purpose platform. I'm sorry, I always forget the name of that. Say you wanted to emboss something. Okay, you'd need your embossing folder. And I just have some white cardstock right here. You're going to tuck that inside your embossing folder. Now, I don't have it cut down completely. You're going to create your sandwich. So on the bottom, this is so hard to photograph. Okay, here's my multi-purpose platform. All my tabs are down. I have found that sometimes I don't need the, when I'm embossing only, when I'm not cutting anything, I don't necessarily need that plastic acrylic plate. So I'm going to pop my embossing folder right on top. I'm going to cover it up with my acrylic plate, and I'm going to run it through my machine. So I'm going to do that. Sorry guys, my machine is actually positioned behind me because there's not enough room on my desk, but I'm sure you guys can see how to feed it through the machine. That's pretty simple. Okay, so my bad. You do need your acrylic top and bottom plate. I had forgotten that. So let's just review that really quickly. Okay, so you're going to have the multi-purpose platform with all the layers down, your bottom acrylic plate, your embossing folder with your paper tucked inside, and your top acrylic plate. And you're going to run that through your machine. And it's going to be tight. Yep. See? Even the teacher makes mistakes. Sorry. I swear to God it's right this time. You do need your multi-purpose platform, but you need to put it on the base layer. You don't need any tabs. And then you put your acrylic plate sandwich on top of that. Okay. So sorry. So it'll look like this. So you're probably wondering, how can I tell? Well, I couldn't stick it through the machine. It was way too tight. I couldn't turn the hand off. So when it comes out, we have our embossed background. Pretty nice, huh? I love those. It's one of my most favorite things to do on the machine. Okay, so let's just do a sample. Bear with me one second. Okay, so I'm going to do a Biggs. And the layer is, this is the Tim Holtz Tattered Floral. So the layer is going to be acrylic plate, Biggs die, paper, top acrylic plate, through the machine. Okay, so I'm trying to show you the sandwich after I do it. And gals, you'll be able to tell if it's not cutting. So, there we go. There's my tattered flowers, okay? Now you can cut, the only thing I found that you can't cut, this is just regular cheap old cardstock. You can cut designer series paper. You can cut acrylic. Not acrylic like a plate, like acrylic like plastic, art acrylic. You can't cut chipboard unless it's pretty lightweight. Like you could do a backer from like a paper pad, but you can't do the thick stuff. It's just way too thick for that. Okay, so that's a Biggs die and that's an embossing folder. Okay, now I'm going to show you a Sizzlet. And here's the good thing. On your multi-purpose platform, it tells you. It says we're not a cutting surface, but here's what you can cut on what tab. So we're going to do a Sizzlet, and so we're going to have the base pad. We're going to be on tab 1. We're going to put down our acrylic plate. We're going to pop our Sizzlet die on there. We're going to do some buttons. We're going to put some paper on top of it, and then we're going to put our final cutting plate on top of that. Okay, so we're on tab 1 is down, making our sandwich with the paper, and then we're going to run it through. So this part goes first. Okay, so there it is back. We're going to take this apart. Can you see my buttons? Can you see it now? Pretty cool, huh? So all I'm doing, guys, is I'm just changing the tabs. That's it. And you see, you know, I've cut a big die and a Sizzlet die utilizing the same machine. And we've embossed. Okay, now the one I haven't done in a while is the Sizzix Original. And I think the height, it's exactly the same. So you're not going to need, you know, for it to do our tree here, you don't need the platform. So all you need is your acrylic cutting plate, your die, your top. You're going to run that through.